Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, September 22nd, 2016, and today in our Tech News Update. Many months ago, I talked to you about this. Well, Yahoo is apparently about to send an email to everyone saying, hey, change your password. We've been hacked. Well, it seems that, I talked about this in a news item, and I actually told everybody to change their Yahoo password. If you have a Yahoo account and you haven't changed your password since 2012, change your password. Uh, it all goes back to a famous, huge data breach that happened in 2012. And many companies are actually in there, including Dropbox. Yahoo at first said, well, nah, we don't think that there's too much problems. But I had told you in my news bulletin, if you are following me, that you change your password, and if you did, you're all right. Well, now Yahoo is saying, well, okay, we're going to, I think we're going to send an email, send a little message to everybody saying, well, maybe you should change your password. Now, this is exactly the type of idiot company that I find annoying. I mean, why didn't you just send everybody an email when that came out and say, look, change your password, we're not sure, and everybody, everything would have been fine. No, they had to wait, meaning a lot of people didn't change their password because they didn't know about this news, and people could be at risk. So I don't know. This is a really bad way of doing things, and I think Yahoo is really should be changing their ways here because it's a great example of a big company that doesn't care about your security. So change your passwords if you haven't changed it, and if you're using the same password everywhere, change it everywhere because it needs to be changed. Well, Mark Zuckerberg and his wife, Priscilla Chan, are going to give $3 billion to fight disease over the next 10 years. You know, I'm not a big fan of billionaires, but I gotta say, when billionaires do things like, give billions of dollars for disease, like Bill Gates with his, foundation, and so on, I kind of at least think that maybe these people can change the world. It's not every billionaire that gives his money to do something good, and I actually like the way that this is done. And actually, many billionaires, including Bill Gates, said, "Look, when I die, I won't have a lot of money because I'll have given it all to different charities and helping the world in all sorts of ways." And this, I think it's the cool thing. So you know, if one day I'm a billionaire, well, that's the kind of billionaire I want to be. Give out the money to help others. Well, Samsung is testing Android 7 Nougat on the Galaxy S7, S7 Edge phones. So that's the good news. The bad news is that if you have one of these devices, like I do have a Galaxy S7, it might take several months before it actually shows up. And we're not even sure that Nougat will show up this year on any Galaxy phones. So, that's the bad news, and that's always the sad thing about having phones from Samsung or, pretty much all different companies. It takes a long time before this happens. But at least Samsung is testing it. That means that eventually we'll reach our phones someday, maybe in 2017. Well, North Korea has exactly 28 websites. Yes, you've heard me right. 28 websites. And the reason that we now know this is that temporarily somebody in North Korea made a mistake, and all the websites from North Korea were suddenly available from the outside world for a moment. And so of course, in the United States, many people started looking at this, and basically, what came out is, oh, okay, so they have only 28 websites total in North Korea, but apparently, very surprising diversity of subjects in there, but of course, all biased. So basically, everything for the power in North Korea, for the leader, for all sorts of things about cooking and everything. But further than that, I can tell you one thing is that I'd be interested to know exactly how many people in North Korea can really access the internet. Or basically, it's almost an intranet because it's only North Korean websites that you'll see. Basically, there are millions. What, maybe 5 people have access to North Korean websites. It's sad when you think about it. I mean, it's something that needs to be changed, hopefully someday. But 28 websites, kind of interesting. Well, yesterday, a insider preview. If you're in the fast ring in the insider program to Windows 10, 14931 has been released, and look for my review coming a little later today. Well, not much later than this news bulletin, where we will talk about the new insider preview and share my thoughts on what I think about this new version. Not a lot of new stuff, but I'll take the opportunity to kind of share my thoughts and also answer some questions that have been asked about the Insider program at the same time. So look for my review coming up in about an hour's time from now, basically. And finally, there was a very weird security flaw that affected the Tor and Firefox browsers for a few years. And at first it might seem, well, how come they didn't fix it and how come they didn't notice this for a few years? And the reason why is that this bug was so bizarre that it was easy to kind of not see it. Basically, what that bug did is that it opened up a security flaw, but only at some specific intervals that were kind of at random, and for periods that range from several days to sometimes a full month. Your browser could have been used basically to create a man-in-the-middle attack where they could have injected some kind of script to infect your computer or take control. And that was fixed recently, but only now we're actually understanding that this happens. And it affected both the Tor and Firefox browsers. So basically, if you are using Firefox or if you use Tor to go on the dark net or the dark web, update the browsers to the latest version to make sure that this flaw is not there, because it actually has a big security risk, and it actually comes back at regular intervals, which is kind of very, very, very interesting. So basically, check it out. Make sure that you have your updated browser for Firefox and Tor, because it's very important. Well, this was the Tech News Update for Thursday, September 22nd, 2016. If you enjoy our videos, why not subscribe to our channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up. And thank you so much for following us on this channel. It's always nice to have your feedback.